Hi, this is Fareen Khalid and you're watching my channel FKL Life. Learning is fun and easy. Life can be quite frustrating if we do not know some basic mathematical calculations. Do you agree? Whether you're going to the grocery store and paying some bills, or helping your child with some maths homework, or appearing for some competitive exams, or just even doing the normal maths at school, addition is something that's very basic and we need to know it. And not just knowing addition, but knowing the tricks to do it faster. So let's learn how to do mental addition like a boss. Okay, so let's start with the mental addition. In mental addition, basically you know that addition, we have to, we'll do the single digits addition, and then you have the double digit addition and the 3 digits addition. Okay, basically all are almost the same. The trick for them is almost the same. Okay, but there are few things that you need to keep in mind and you have to know it at the tip of your tongue. Okay, so first let's start with the single digit addition, and this theory will also apply for the other larger digits when you add them. Okay, so firstly the clue is that you need to look for complements. Okay, so now what do you mean by complements? Okay, so now first I've put in here for you the complement of 1 is 9, of 2 is 8, of 3 is 7, of 4 is 6, of 5 is 5, of 6 is 4, of 7 is 3, of 8 is 2, and of 9 is 1. Okay, so basically what are we doing here? Basically we have to see that both these numbers should sum up to 10. Okay, so when you add them up it should be 10. So it's like how far from the first number is 10. So how far from 1 is 10? 9. Okay, how far from 2 is 10? 8. Okay, so that's how we find the complement for the single digits. Now let's come to the other one. Okay, which is how far from 20 is a number, okay, which falls in the which is greater than 10 and less than 20. We are going to see here. Okay, so how far is it from 20? Now 11 is 9 far from 20. So basically what you do is don't add. Now when I am asking you that what is the complement of 11, you don't have to literally add up to 20. You have to only remember that the complement of 1 is 9, like you did it here. So when the complement of 1 is 9, you just see the last digit in the units place and you put that as the complement. That's how easy it is. So it's 11 is 9 and 12 is 8 because the complement of 2 is 8. Now 13 is 7, 14 is 6, 15 is 5, 16 is 4, 17 is 3, 18 is 2, 19 is 1. Okay, so here again these add up to make 20. Okay, now we can do the same thing for to find numbers between 20 to 30, and you see how far they are from 30. Then same thing for 40. Okay, let's take an example here for 60. So for 60 it is 51. So how far is 51 from 60? Again you see 1 here, so it's 9. So 52 8, 53 7. So basically you're only just seeing the units place digit, and and the complement of that becomes the complement for the larger number as well. Now when we come to 100, okay, now in case of 100 there are 2 to 3 cases. Okay, the first case is that when you are looking at numbers from 90 to 100, from 90 to 100 the theory is the same like what you just did. 91 is 9, 92 is 8, 93 is 7. So it's just like 4 6 3 7 2 8 1 9. Okay, and they have to add up to 100. But now there is a case where if you have to find a number which is and you have to know how far it is from 100. Okay, so let's say the number is 28. Okay, so if the number is 28, we have to know how far it is from 100. All right, so we just don't do 28 so because it's 8, so hence it becomes 2. No, that's not the thing, because obviously 28 is not just 2 away from 100, right? So what we do here is that you find in the tens place. Okay, in the tens place what you have to do is find a number when you add up to the original number, the sum should be 9. Okay, so basically it's like 2 here, and then you add up a 7, then it becomes 9. So the tens digits adds up to 9. Okay, and in this case, but the same thing doesn't happen in the units place. In the units place, if you have a digit, you have to just write the complement of that number, which is that it should add up to 10, which we did previously. Okay, so this one should add up to 9 and this one should add up to 10. So that will give you your complement. Basically it will tell you how far is 28 from 100. Okay, so it's so easy. I mean, you don't have to do 100 minus 28 to find the complement of 28. Okay, so if you're finding a number, you're finding how far 28 is from 100, you're basically just going to find the tens number, which is adding up to 9, and the units number, which is adding up to 10. So let's take another example here. In another example, we have 37. Okay, now in case of 37, 3 is the tens place, so we need to add up to 9. So we put a 6 here, and 7 we just put the complement, which is 3. Okay, so 63 is the remaining balance to reach to 100. Okay, so that seems to be easy, isn't it? Okay, let's take one more. So it's 89. So 8 plus 1 is 9, and 9 plus 1 is 10. So 11 is our answer. Okay, so what is the theory you follow here? Tens digits add up to 9 and units digits add up to 10. Okay, so now let's take the next case. In the next case, again, now we are seeing the numbers which are perfect tens. They're basically multiples of 10. So it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So when you have to find how far these numbers are from 100, then you don't apply this theory. It is as simple as you consider it like the single digit complement. Okay, so the complement was 1 was 9, 2 was 8, 3 was 7, 4 was 6, 5 was 5. So in this case, we just put a 0. It's like the complement of 10 is 90, 20 is 80, 30 is 70, 40 is 60, and so on. Okay, so basically it has to add up to 100, and you just have to remember the complement. You don't have to really add. Again, I'm telling you, the idea is to memorize the single digit complements in such a way that the moment I say 8, 2 should come to your mind as a complement. Then when I say 7, it should be 3. When I say 8, it should be 2. When I say 6, it should be 4. So it's like that. So that will make your life easier when you add up, and this will reflect when you are going to add up bigger numbers. That's when your skills will get better, if you know these tricks easily. Okay, so now let's take an example where we are going to add a string of numbers. Okay, so if you see this, do you think it is going to take time for you to do this? Okay, what would be the conventional method to add this? It would be, we would go 9 plus 2 is 11, 11 plus 6 is 17, 17 plus 7 is 24. So that's one way of doing it. But when it's too long, you need to apply some logic to it. Okay, so what is the logic basically? Pencil. Okay, so now what we have to do here is that we have to find the complements here. Try to figure out the complements. Okay, so now in this case, you have, what complements can you see here? So basically there is 9, all right, and there is 1. So 9 and 1 makes it 10. Then there is 8 and 2 again, so there is 10 and 10, 20. Then you have 3 and 7, which is 30. Then you have 4 and 6, which is 40. So 40 is your answer. So if you can immediately spot the complements here, then it will make your life easier, and the answer is going to be really easy and fast. Okay, and you need to practice this so much that it takes you lesser time to do this here than to actually type on the calculator and do it. All right, so here basically in this example, there were exactly equivalent numbers which were complements of each other, and so you didn't have any remaining number. Now let's come to this example. In this example, can you spot any complements? Okay, I can see 9 here and 1 here. then I can see 7 and 3, so it makes it 20 already. Now the remaining numbers, let's add them. 20 plus 5, 25, 25 plus 8, 33. So 33 is our answer. Okay, so basically first you find the complements, you strike them off, and then you just add up the remaining numbers. Okay, now let's come to the next question. Okay, in this question it's like a typical case. It's a slightly different case wherein you need to spot the complements of one is 7 and 3, and then if you can see there is no real complement here, but what we can see immediately is that 2 and 2 adds up to 4, and 4 and 6 are complements to each other. So again, this is 10 and this is 10 and left is 6, so the answer is 26. Okay, so and then now let's come to the last one. Now in the last case we have 7 and 3, which is 10, then you have 9 and 1, which is 20, then you have, okay, so that's about it. So 20 plus 4 is 24, plus 5 is 29, 29 plus 7 is 36. So that's how we find the answer. So no matter how long the string is, if you are able to find the complements in a single digit string, then your job becomes 90% easier. Okay, now let's come to the double digit addition. Okay, in case of double digit addition, as I've written here, for doing it mentally you need to start from left to right. You need to start from left to right, that is from the tens to units. But generally, okay, let me take an example here. Generally what we would do in a conventional method is, let's take the first example, or maybe this one. 29 plus 35 equal to 64. Okay, so 29 plus 35 equal to, okay, now how will we find this out? I'll take another pen here. Okay, so how will we find this? It is 9 plus 5. What we would generally do is we go from the right to the left. So it's 9 plus 5 is 14. Then you carry over the 1, and then you have 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 3, 6. Okay, now because these are smaller numbers, you do not you feel that this method could be equally faster as the method that I'm going to teach you now. But when you come to bigger numbers, you will realize that when you know this trick, you can really do big numbers very fast. Okay, so let's start with the method that I'm going to teach you to add double digit numbers. Okay, so first let's take the first example, which is 20 plus 36. Okay, now let's do 20. Let's put in 20 here and a 36. Okay, so what we are going to do here is that instead of going from right to left as in the conventional method, we will go from left to right. Okay, so left to right, basically what you have to understand here is that this is the units place and this is the tens place. Okay, so because it's the tens place, which means that 2 is not a single digit 2, it is basically 20. Okay, and 3 is 30. So now we go this way. So we start from top, we'll go till bottom, and then we go to the right. So this is going to be the flow, top to bottom, and then we go to the right. Again in the right, we go from top to bottom. Okay, that's going to be the flow. So now let's do this. Okay, the first thing is 20 plus 30. So the first step is 20, then 20 plus 30 makes it 50. Okay, 50. Now the next step is 0, so nothing here. Then there is 56. Okay, 56. So our answer here is going to be 56. So that's how you mentally do this in your mind. It's 20 plus 30, 50, 50 plus 6 is 56. Because this is a simpler number, but when you have a number where you have to carry over, so it becomes practically very difficult to tune your mind to go backwards, and then you carry, and all that imagination in the mind is going to be a tough job. So it's always easy to go from left to right and you keep adding. Okay, and all you have to remember is the last number that you have added, then you add the next number to it. Okay, let's take another example. So it's now in this example that we had done, if we had to do the same thing, it is 20 plus 30, which is 50. 50 plus 9 is 59. Okay, 50 plus 9 is 59, and then we have 5, which is 64. Okay, now again, if when I did 59 plus 5, okay, what I quickly did in my mind was 59 plus 1 makes it 60. Okay, I took the 1 from this 5, so it made it 60, and the remaining was 4, so it's 64. So although it is seeming very lengthy here, but you know, when you're doing it in your mind, it's like immediately 59 plus 1 is 60, 60 plus 4, that's it. Okay, so all this comes with practice, so you have to keep practicing and practicing to become an expert at mental maths, you know. Okay, now let's take the next example, which is 35 plus 82. Okay, so 35 plus 82. Okay, 35 plus 82. Now how do we do this? We do 30 plus 80, which is 110, then you have 115, then you have 117. So 117 is our answer. Okay, that's how we add mentally 2-digit numbers. Now you will see this method becoming easier for you when you have more numbers for you to add. Okay, so let's take this example, this one. Okay, let's take this example. How do we do this mentally without writing it down? Okay, let's do it mentally. 20 plus 20 is 40, 40 plus 30 is 70, 70 plus 60 is 130. Then now we have finished with the tens digit, we come back to the units digit. So it was 20 plus 20, 40, 40 plus 30, 70, 70 plus 60, 130, 137, 139, 140, 145. So here we have 145. So what did we do? We did 20 plus 20 plus 30 plus 60. Then we came back and we did 7 plus 2 plus 1 plus 5. So all we are doing is remembering the last number that we are getting as an answer, and then we add the next number to it. Okay, now let's do this one. This one. Okay, so this is 10 plus 40, 50, 50 plus 30 is 80, 80 plus 10 is 90, 90 plus 20 is 110, 110 is plus 8 is 118, 118 plus 3 is 121, 123, 125. So 125 is the answer here. Okay, so that's how we are going to do the double digit addition in our mind. So to be able to tune our mind to do this faster and faster and faster than a calculator, actually, we need to practice and practice and practice. And I'm sure it's not going to take you like a very long time to become an expert at this. If you decide to do like 20 sums in a day, okay, it's going to make you an expert very soon. Okay, so basically a little bit of dedication is required, and after which it becomes too easy for you. So, and it's going to be implemented in bigger sums later. So maths is a really important thing that you need to know. Okay, now let's come to 3-digit addition. 3-digit addition also we have the same theory. Instead of doing the conventional addition where we add the tens, then we do the carryover, we add the units, then we do the carryover, then the tens, then again a carryover, then the hundreds. So instead of doing that, again we go from left to right, but this time we add the hundreds first, then the tens row, and then the units row. Okay, the method is the same, only that there is an hundreds added this time. Okay, now let's see. I'm just giving you an example that let's say you have gone to a restaurant and you have to pay a certain tax, service tax, a value added tax, or whatever it is, and so basically you have to give a percentage of that money. Okay, so we have to know how much it is, if you add all the taxes, how much is it if you want to calculate. So how would you do that? Okay, let's see how we can do that. Firstly, let's not take this example in the first place. We will get to there and it'll be easier. Now first let's do 132 plus 250 plus 326 plus 100. So let's write it down here. Okay, it's 132 plus 250 plus 326 plus 100. Okay, so that's the question. Okay, so now let's do it. So we start from left to right. Okay, so first we do 100 plus 200, 300, 300 plus 300, 600, 600 plus 100, 700, 730, 780, 780, and then we have a 20 here. So it is 800, and then 802, 808. So is the answer 808? Yes, it is. So you know, if you're really fast at this, you will not have to, you know, even use a calculator at any point of time. So let's go over this again. Let's do it a little faster. Okay, it's 100 plus 200, 300, 600, 700, 730, 780, 700, 800, 802, 808. So that's how it is. Now let's do the third one here, which is 246 plus 325. Okay, now this time we won't write it down. And if you can see, in this question there are 4 3-digit numbers and 1 2-digit number. So what we have to do here is that when we are calculating the hundreds, okay, we don't consider the first digit here because it is tens. Okay, in the case of hundreds, now we and when we come back to the tens part, then we can use the 2. Okay, let's see how we do this. 200 plus 300, 500, 500 plus 100, 600, 600 plus 2, 800, and then we come back here, 800 plus 40, 860, 870, 880, and 900. Okay, 906, 911, 915, 918. So that's our answer, 918. Okay, now let's go over one more. Okay, here you have 2 digit numbers and 3 digit numbers. So let's start. Okay, there's no 100 here, no 100 here. Now 200 plus 300, 500, 500 plus 100, 600, 630, 640, 660, 670, 672, 673, 678, and 684. You see how simple it is, although there are like 6 numbers or 5 numbers here, but we are still able to do it so fast. And this is just when we have started. Now when you practice and practice and practice, you become really expert at it. Okay, so now coming back finally to the first one, which we have started with. Now it's 1.23 plus 2.65 plus 3.75. Seems complicated, but what we have to do is the same what you did here. Okay, first let us do it on the paper and then we'll do it mentally. Okay, I've written it down for you here without the points. Okay, let's just forget the points for now and do this. So it's 123 plus 265 plus 375. Let's start. 100 plus 200, 300, 300 plus 300, 600, 620, 680, and so 680 plus 7. What I quickly do in my mind is I take a 2 from here. Okay, 680 becomes 700, and it is 5 is left, so 750, 753, 758, and 763. Okay, so our answer here is 763. Okay, now because we had 2 points here and we are talking about money here. Okay, I have mentioned here it's money. So basically, if you have to reach to cents or whatever you call it, paisa, or fils in different countries. So basically there are 2 digits after which you have to put a point, because this will calculate the this is the rupee or the dollar or the pound, and these are the cents or the fils, etc. Okay, so you just put a point here. So that's how simple it is. So it is 7.63. Now let's do it once again mentally here. So it's 100 plus 200, 300, 600, and 600 and 700 makes it, I'm sorry, let's just cancel this. Okay, this is 100 plus 200, which is 300, 300 plus 300 is 600, 620, 680, 600, and again I quickly put the 2, so 680, so it's 750, 753, 758, 763. So that's how it is. So basically the same model for 3-digit, 2-digit, and the single digit. You go from the left to right, but in the single digit what you have to remember is the complements part. Okay, so if you have the complements, you easily get the answer. Okay, and let's just review once what we did here. We have to know the complements, and then when you come to the double digit numbers, How do you find the complements for that? You just see the units place and you put the complement in there. Then there was a special case wherein for 100 we had to find for the complement of the numbers which are below 90. Okay, so we had 28 here, and we said that we have to add up the 10 digits, tens digit to 9 and the units digit to 10. So that gives us a complement. Then there was a case wherein the perfect tens, multiples of tens, 10. So it was 10 is 90. You just put a 0 to the single digit complements. That's it. So that's about the mental addition. So mental addition, if you know just these things on the tip of your tongue, and you can practically do any big addition problem mentally in your mind. Okay, even and it's going to be very, very handy for all the competitive exams and whatever exams that you appear in school, or even in the regular life when you have to calculate money or do certain calculations. So it's all going to be handy. Okay, so again, like I always do, I'm going to post these sheets for you for a quick clue to know how to do addition. And I'm going to post this on my Facebook account, which is FAR KLIFE, FAR K Life. Okay, and you can become a member of that Facebook account and access the reference sheets. Okay, and you can also subscribe for further videos on my YouTube account, which is FK_LIFE. Learning is fun and easy. Okay, and as far as I can think of, I have already finished putting videos on on finding squares, on finding percentages, easy multiplication. There's one more video that I'm going to do on multiplication, okay, to give you some last tips there. And then today I have done addition with you, and we have done square roots and cube roots. Okay, so we are almost practically done with the mental math sort of thing. Okay, another 2 videos or so and we should be done completely with the mental maths. And these are the basic tricks that you need to learn to be able to implement them in daily life and become an expert. And it doesn't take a lot of time. It's maximum, I can promise you, if you practice it like every day, then I don't think it should take you more than a month or 2 to become an expert at this. And once you are an expert at these concepts, okay, nearly like about 7 to 8 videos that I have put in, if you can complete that, then I can say that you will be a mental math expert. Now that should make your life easier, and if it does, please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.